Hello everybody and welcome to Attingham Park. This is the latest map by GBModding, the same mapper that created the fantastic Six Ashes and also Little Norton. Okay, so let's get straight into this. As usual, I've not seen the map before. I try not to tour a map before I do a map tour. It's so much more exciting if you do it for the first time in the video. And yeah, looking at the minimap, that looks very exciting. I love the river going through the map. Looks fantastic. And I do actually have a bit of a briefing here from GBModding. Welcome to Attingham Park. As a newcomer to farming and the area, you have landed yourself a job at the local BGA. Fortunately, they have some equipment you can use, but it will come at a cost. Can you be successful and build your way up into one of the available farms in the area, or even build your own? The choice is yours. Enjoy. We will do. So yeah, there's a few bullet points here, which I may well mention as we tour. But yeah, this is where we've started off. We're at the hotel. So I'm guessing that fits in very well with the scenario that's been set there. We're working at the BGA. So we should have all the equipment here. Yes, there we go. So I guess this would be a good place to start, considering this is where we're working. And also, where are we? Where on the map? Okay, so we're just there. The hotel which we started at was just here. Actually, maybe that is a better place because that means we can drive the pickup and we're sort of in a top corner. So it makes it a more logical tour, starting from one corner and then going round, maybe clockwise or whatever. We will see. Right then, let's head off. Just reverse out of here. And I don't want to miss anything as usual. I say this in every map tour. There will be some roads which will go to dead ends, because obviously there has to be a boundary for a map. I think, yeah, we're just going to be basically looking from this direction, because this is the edge of the map, pretty much. We have a lovely river here, with the bridges. And the attention to detail is there, with the lily pads down there, with the bulrushes. Very nice. And yeah, that is a road that we can take. And then this will be, hopefully, our discrete map boundary. I didn't want to just head straight into the map boundary, but look at that. That is just so disguised. That is fantastic. That's very well done. There's so many different ways that you can have a map boundary. I know that some people like to go with having a road closure. It's a very clever way of doing it. Others do just have that sort of idea, where you go off into the distance in a tunnel of trees. And yeah, there are other ways as well. I love seeing all these adventurous ways of doing it. So, Attingham, I really do hope that I pronounce these names correctly. So yeah, let's just really plan the route. We're here in the top corner. We can go pretty much anywhere. I think I might actually go all the way along the top, take a look at a few places here, and then we might come back again. But what usually happens is that I just tend to change the route as we go. So all the very realistic place names are here, all the road signs. There's the hotel where we started. And we will return and take a look at the town. Oh, look at that. That must be Attingham Park. It is. National Trust, love that. That looks very expensive. What a grand entrance. Oh yes, I'll turn that off because I know that's really frustrating. I want to keep the engine running. Bus stops, different houses. Looking very much like the UK. The John Deere dealership. We're here already. Arns, a counter and everything you can go in. How much attention to detail. We've got a farming simulator mousepad. And another one. They're obviously fans of farming simulator. And we have a tractor in here and even some information. That's always good. It looks like we've got a used one here. 2013 model. 2,725 hours. 65,000. There we go. And yep, it's actually the matching model number. You see? Attention to detail. I love stuff like that. It's so good. And we've got a few other things. We've got a cultivator out here. And it could be a service truck or something. Strictly no entry to workshop, all inquiries to office. Okay. How tempting. John Deere genuine parts. Okay, we've got a nice workshop in here. Lots of parts. The lifts are here. And of course the trigger. So you can come and customise and repair your vehicles. Whilst we're here, we better take a look at the other places. Urban Sheep. Now that must be a place where we can sell the sheep wool. You would have thought. Yes, there we go. Urban Sheep Clothing. Yep. They buy the wool. Fantastic. Right then, so, yeah, let's get back into the pickup truck and we'll continue down the road. I told you though, I'm always distracted by stuff. I'm never going to stick to the route that I initially planned. Well, that's close. Yes. Who cares about the traffic anyway? Right, so it does say on this list that in the to-do list there is the pedestrians, so yeah, the pedestrians are still work in progress. Also the tip collisions in the sheds, the parked cars and the transport missions. So just something to bear in mind. It's a nice house. I will keep the minimap open. Yeah, I've always loved GBModding's maps. They're always so realistic. This must be the estate wall then. Attingham Park must all be in there. So we've got field 15 on the right. It's a huge field. Look at the size of that. Massive. Oh, I will just remove depth of field because that is always worse. I haven't set it as default on this new computer. Look at that. The view distance is so much better with it off. Reduce speed now signs. All these different things just to add to the realism. Deere for 1.5 miles. Right. Mr. Splits Firewood. We've got wood. Can you go in there? It looks like you might be able to. You can. Ah, Mr. Split has actually made his actual shed out of chipboard. And yeah, let's get this right. The sell point for the for the timber. I was just wondering if you actually have to put it into here, but no, you put it out here. Although it might work in there too. You can see the trigger markings just there. Yeah, and I'm guessing wood chips as well, just here. Nice idea, very nice. Got all the wood piled up out here, and a very good view across the land. Little woodland, and lots of fields. I guess the polite thing to do would have been to go through the gate. So continuing on, let's take a look down here. I don't like to point out all the things. It's just I always see these different things which I like, things that just add realism in a very subtle way, like crash barriers. It just looks good, and the fence to the park there. At least I'm guessing it's to the park. Got the water effects down there, because this must be that main. It might be a stream off the main river. Yeah, so that's a little stream just coming in here. And we have the big river further down, which we're going to hopefully come across very soon. Yeah, because we have 2 more sell points down here. As usual, this map tour is probably going to be quite long. My map tours do tend to go on for quite a bit. So yeah, Telford, Iron Bridge. Yeah, I feel like we're in a very similar area to where 6 Ashes was set. I haven't looked into the actual location in detail. The Sweet Potato, Natural Foods, Sweeter Prices, the Old Watermill. Looks like there's a bit of a walk down there, bit of a trail. Public footpath maybe, right away. And it looks like it also goes to the river, possibly. I can't really tell from here, but the river is really close, that's why we're at the mill. The Sweet Potato is here. So they buy stuff. And we have the Old Watermill here. This is nice. So I'm guessing we're going to have some watermill, I was going to say action. but I think it's an old watermill, isn't it? I like this. Yeah, just casually gone for a swim in the river. Yeah, so I think it's not used anymore. The giveaway is that the building is missing its roof and that the water wheel is not going round. But that is just such a nice picture. Look at that. So realistic. I promised myself I wouldn't keep saying realistic all the time, but it's so nice. It looks really nice. Let's get back onto dry land. Let's get back onto here. So, yeah, the two... So, I don't actually know what the old watermill buys. What do they buy? They buy... Oh, any kind of grain, by the look of it. So, soybeans, sunflower, cereals... Lots of stuff. That's nice. And the sweet potato, they buy something different. Potatoes, no prizes for guessing that one, I guess. But also sugar beet. And, oh yes, carrots and onions. Yes, carrots and onions. This is actually mentioned in the PDF thing that I was sent very kindly by GBModding. So onions and carrots have been added, cotton and sugarcane removed. Yes, that makes sense because, yeah, we don't have cotton and sugarcane here. And it goes on to say that there is additional vehicles in the sugar beet and potato equipment area in the store. So yeah, you can see here we have the Roper Panther 2 and the compatible crops there are those three, the sugar beets, the onions and the carrots. So you can harvest these different new crop types, which is always a nice thing to be able to do. So yeah, I really do like this place. I think that is a very nice addition to have. And I mention this all the time as well, but it's sometimes these different areas which you don't even go to that often. Like here, the water wheel, for example, is on the other side, and that really nice picture was from the other side. You probably wouldn't even go there very often. You'd see it from the neighbouring field, but yeah, sometimes you really do just have to tour a map to really appreciate it properly. And yeah, that is like a public right of way. I think let's just drive it. I don't think we're supposed to drive it, but let's just go and take a look. I think it ends up at the river as well, so we might have a nice little opportunity to do some photos. It's just a nice place to walk, or in my case, drive. Yeah, the trail actually continues on outside the boundaries of the map. Yep, and then you can walk to here, and you can take in the beautiful views. Okay, so enough of that, we must move on. We do have other fields on the other side, but I think you might have to access those from here. Yes, you do. So let's head back. Let's take a look at these different places in the town. And then, well, it would make sense to do this area here, because that is accessed from here. Then we'll come down here and we'll do all this area. So it's a big map. This is really big. Must take absolutely hours to create a map like this. Because back in the days of FS09, I used to try and do a bit of mapping myself, and I was not very good, I'll be honest, and it used to take me hours just to even start. That was the hardest thing. Well, it wasn't the hardest thing, but that was one hard thing. Trying to decide and figure out where to actually start. What do you do first? I remember trying to do the terrain first and making different hills and stuff, and in the end it just looked really bad. So yeah, it's a real skill to be able to create a decent map. I can tour them. That's easy. I can't make them. Okay. So back at the hotel, it's just there. That's where we were parked. Let's go down this little lane. We've been in there, it's the dealership. And we do have a trigger, which I've probably overlooked. Oh, we've been there, yeah, the wool sell point. So that's fine. There was one on that side. The hotel itself. Oh, okay, so, yep, the unloading area around the back. They must buy things like eggs, I'm guessing. It would make sense. So they buy carrots, onions, eggs, milk. potatoes. Yeah, a lot of thought has been put into these sell points. It's not just that you can sell anything anywhere. It has to be something relevant. Okay, so I'm going to start panning across left and right. We have a nice church in there. Sadly, we can't really run to every single place. Now, down here, what do we have? A different icon on the map. Oh, look, and even the lanes have got their own names. Malthouse Farm. Okay. Nice. So we discover the first farm. We've been to plenty of fields, but this is the first one we've actually looked at properly. Yeah, I don't actually know how many there are in total. I'm guessing there are quite a few. Brompton Farmhouse. And Crossfields Dairy. We'll be coming on to these places later. But this one looks very nice. Very in keeping with the surrounding countryside. With the overall look. So, yeah, lots of storage. They need to paint their door. Yep, nice little stone barn there. A workshop. Oh, they've been buying John Deere parts. And as you can see, we do have working lights. I think that's actually in the neighbouring shed. Yeah, so we've got an outdoor light. And we've got the lights in here. That must be like a master switch. We've got all these lights on as well. Oh, that's a nice shed. Could store quite a bit of stuff in there. Oh, and we have lights on the side as well. So this yard must be really lit up at night. Let's just take a look at this yard at night. It'd be quite interesting to see. Yep, so if you're coming back after a late night harvesting, you're not just in complete darkness. Yes, I should have turned the beacon off. Wow, the beacon of light. That's better. Yeah, that's good. It really does show you where the lights are and where the lights aren't. Anyway, we must get back to daylight. Midday should be fine. Yeah, I really do like this. This is a very nice yard. Definitely getting vibes of Six Ashes. Which is, by a long way, a positive. I love that map. If you don't know which one Six Ashes is, it's the one which I did survival roleplay in. Or on, I should say. I did survival roleplay series 3 on Six Ashes. Stable. And we have more buildings. Loads of buildings. All around. And a grain silo. So we even have storage. Yeah, it's pretty much got everything. Ah, and we have a light there as well. So you can see where you're tipping in the dark. Right, well, we better get back to the pickup truck. We'll continue the tour. That's been very good. Really good. Just wary of missing something. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, I think we've seen everything there. Hopefully. And yet, even a sign has been created. A custom sign. Malthouse Farm. There we go. Attention to detail. It really does pay off. Right, so where to go next? That is the tricky one. I think if I just take a side road, see where we end up. Might be a loop. Yeah, well, you've got to see these houses anyway. We didn't need to come around here, but it's another thing. The effort which is put into putting these houses in. Okay, so I need to figure out the best way of going from here. I would say probably back down through the farm itself. We do have the church just around here. Take a look at it. Yeah, and then eventually we're going to have to come back out of here, cross the bridge, and then go down the main road. There you go, there's the church. And there is a stream just further down there, which we'll come back to later. So we do have a diesel refill point just there. So that's where you can refill your tractors, or any machine. And then we go down the farm track, past all these fields. And there's a lot of fields, so many to choose from. And I might be wrong, but from what I can tell, we actually can access the majority of this whole area. It looks like you might have to go down here, possibly, past Mr. Split's firewood again, to get into these grass fields. But yeah, this certainly will access these ones. I think if we take a left turn here. They're quite big fields. Pretty decent. Right, this is feeling a bit different. See, you just can't appreciate it from the minimap. I wouldn't have even known there was a building here. So I don't know what they are exactly. Is it for chickens? It may well be. Yeah, that is the thing which I must point out as well. For the animals to work, you have to purchase the land. So I think it might be a wise idea to purchase this piece of land. Just add a ton of money. There we go. Buy that. And there you go. It's actually sheep. Makes sense. So this must be the whole sheep pasture just here. It's actually quite a large area. So do we have any more animals down here? Bit of a mystery. I think it is just a storage shed. Yeah. But that's good because you've got all these fields here. You want to store some machines at some point. And that has taken us down to this beautiful river. Ah, look at that. I'm not too sure which river this is, but you'd have thought it might flood some of these farmland during really wet periods. But it's so beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, because it doesn't have to come up much for it to burst its banks. Okay, right, let's move on. We need to figure out the best way to go. I think I'm going to try and go across there, but if I can't, we're going to have to go back up there. I just jump cut, and we'll come and drop down into all of these fields here. Right, it's looking good. There is actually a main farm track here, so you can just connect up with all these grass fields. But by the look of it, you can also go to the main road. So the choice is there. So from here, well, it goes straight into field number 17. So if you go into field number 17, that's easy enough. We have gates going through to these other fields. I think I might actually take this gate here. It probably does connect up to the track we were just on. See, it's fun. It's so fun exploring a place for the first time. If I already toured this map before doing the video, then it would just be me sort of explaining what I'd already done. Figuring out the way to go. Stepping stones. Oh, I like that. So that you can get into field number 19 by going over some stepping stones. That's fun. But I want to get a vehicle in. Maybe I could have just crossed literally into there. Yeah, I could have done. Look at that. Straight in. Field 19 is quite big. And then, yeah, if we want to go to like field number 23, for example, I would imagine if we just keep following this farm track, we're going to end up there. There's the big river again. Yeah, there's actually loads of farm tracks. It's a bit overgrown just here. Ooh, an abandoned building. Yeah, and that's field number 23, so if you were heading for that field, that's all you'd have to do. Right, down this little loop. It's good fun. And have we seen everything? That's the question. I think we have. So we need to get back to this road here. And then we need to cross all the way down here. And then we've got all of this to explore yet. There is a lot to see. I've just come across a gate which I don't see very often in FS, so this is nice. Just an old rusty gate which swings open. Yeah, you see quite a few gates looking like that in the UK. So we need to take this next left turn. Just before the lorry. And this is going to take us to a whole new area. Although it looks like we do have a quick turn to the right first of all. Just so that you can access field number 6. And that little woodlandy area. So there you go. And actually that's interesting. There is a field which is pretty much off the map, but I think you might be able to go there because it does say field number 8. I don't know for sure, but yeah, there is the potential to access that field from the very end of this road. Yep. I'd say you can. Just about. It's so tight. Through that gateway. Yep. It sort of goes around the back. And then... or maybe that is just field number 7 actually. Yeah, that's field number 7. So yeah, you can access that. Field number 8 then must be accessed just from down the lane, I'm guessing. Let's go and take a look. It's a nice wide road. Don't have to worry about crashing into anybody. Yeah, field number 8. That's just here. There we go. So that is the gate for it. Just there. And it will get you into field number 9. Number 10. Plenty of fields. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had the problem where I've been on a map where there is not enough fields. Although I vaguely remember something in FS15. There was like 1 or 2 fields. I can't remember. It might have been that most of it was grassland or something. I can't remember, but there was something. But yeah, this map certainly does not have a shortage of fields. So this is the fishing club, just here. So fisheries give you an income when you purchase the land. Ah, it's just a nice place to relax. Oh, ducks! Now, don't follow each other. It's not very adventurous. Yeah, I love these sort of animations as well. The 6 Ashes had the same ducks, I think. It's very clever, though, to be able to add those into the water. And actually have them not just as a static object. Just brings everything to life. Really nice. We've got the bulrushes, we've got the lily pads. And even those are moving. Swim with the ducks. Okay, I'm deviating. Let us continue. Enjoying it a bit too much, I think. Right, heading down here, we have the animal dealership. So that's the next place to discover. ALS, Attingham Livestock Sales, and there's even some animated cows. Yes, because I know that some people do actually use the static models, but I don't think I've seen this before actually. Where there's animated cows, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Animated cows which aren't ours, the ones that are actually for sale. I like this. This is good. Very good. And they have their bale. That's brilliant. Anyway, yes, haven't even made it past the entrance. The building itself is all here. Bales in the shed. So that must be where you can sell bales, I'm guessing. Manure and slurry buy point. Livestock barn. Yep, that must be where you sell the bales. The animal dealership. And was there anything else? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, so that's good. It's a handy place to be. Fantastic. Field number 44 looks very small opposite. Which field is that? Yeah, it's probably more like a game strip. It's a very small field. So there is the variety. Okay, so this is where we have a bit of a choice. We can either split and go down there, or we can continue down to here. It looks like that actually goes off the map and then comes back on the map, so you might have to go round to get to those two places. Ooh, sorry. Blocking the road. Oh, crikey. It's going well. I wasn't using my mirrors. I was thinking for a second there that the mirrors weren't even aligned, but they seem pretty good on this pickup. Can see behind quite well. But for map tours, I like to be third person. Just easier to take it in. What's this, a substation? Yep. Electricity. And then we've got quite a few sell points down here. This whole town looks to be a globule of sell points. A woodland with little wet areas. Bit of a wetland. And then, yeah, we stumble across our first sell points, but I think I probably should be on the other side to access them. Possibly. We'll soon figure it out. Ooh, a fuel station. Is that car again? I keep hitting them. Yeah, I think the fuel station, that's sort of the back way in. It's more to be accessed off the main road. Yeah, so we have biofuel, county stores, the post office, it's nicely done. And I need to... oh, look at those cars. Driving like lunatics. You nutters. That's going to be changed in 22. The collision is going to be extended. Yeah, so I need to get into this area where all these different sell points are. Some nice houses. The health centre. You see all these different signs have had to be created. Not just a case of putting the map. And it's not just a case of placing everything on the map. You have to design all these different things. Sunrise Bakery. Indoor market. That's the substation. So let's just take a look at these. Yeah, Lower Cross Dairy. That's here. And there's actually field number 47. That is minute. Yeah, it's not. It must be more like a communal area, I'm guessing. There's greenhouses and stuff. There's also Grain Co. just there, and yeah, I missed the sawmill. Lower Cross Sawmill. Wood chip deliveries. Empty skips. And they must be competing. Lower Cross Sawmill competing with Mr. Split's firewood. Yep, but Mr. Split is currently offering a better price, so we'll be going with him. Looks like they've noticed. They're coming up behind. Okay, so yeah, I think we have toured this lower left section. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery actually if we can make it through here. I don't know. Sort of off the map, but yeah, it looks like we can do. We have a load more houses here. And then fill number 39. Yeah, you can make it round. So you're actually going off the mini-map. The map is that big, it's gone off the map. And then this is going to come up to the road which sort of connects up with where we were, where the animal dealership is. And that's probably the road we'll finish off with, because it would be nice to cover everything. Keep going up here. So yeah, that road joins up here at this junction. And yeah, we have, by the look of it, another farm just here. Brompton Farmhouse. And here is the neighbouring farm. So it looks like it's probably predominantly arable. We'll just purchase that area, just to clarify, because you can buy a whole plot there. They do have chickens and they have cows. Okay, so chickens are here, roaming the farmyard. Love that. Such a classic look. And the cows, they're all the way up the back. I don't know which way to go yet. Through here. Okay, so that's the milk tank. This is their main shed. And then their farm, the actual field, is around the back of the shed. And just to make it clear, the farm which we started off at, Malthouse Farm, yes, if I had bought that, loads of triggers would have appeared. Horses and pigs, and then the farm silo fuel tank, the farm itself. So there we go. Brilliant. And this is really close to where we start off in the scenario. The biogas plant, we've just got a job there, as mentioned at the beginning. I think I've actually overshot the turning for that though, so we're going to have to go back. Obviously I could just tab to one of the other vehicles, but that's not the way I want to do it. Let's find out exactly where the turning is. This thing is pretty fast in reverse. I reckon there is a turning here somewhere, although I might be completely wrong about that. Yeah, I think I am. Okay. I'm completely wrong about that. It must be this turning up here then. Yes. There we go. Well, I knew there was a turning somewhere. I almost missed the whole place actually, because it's tucked right back. Yes, that's where we've just got our job. Quite a small area. And there's the two machines that you can buy and all this stuff here. You can get the tanker for spreading digestate. Yeah, I like a little scenario has been put towards this. It sort of gives you a starting point. Good fun. It's actually quite unusual because yeah, usually when you start a map, all the machines are there in a farmyard. But no, with this map, we have to. We don't even have the farm. We have to start way ahead of that. Really, it's like, almost like a survival, I guess. Being set up like a survival. Ah, look at that. You see, in real life that would just be annoying, but in the game, it adds realism. The wall has obviously been demolished or crumbled over time, and it just adds variety to a perfect wall. You could say it breaks things up. Continuing on, we have this place, Mrs. Holland's Village Shop. I think it's that one there, yep. So here we go, it's post office, and obviously all the stuff a village shop would sell. Newspapers, got a car park, and they buy stuff. What would they buy? Milk? potatoes, eggs, milk, and carrots and onions. Yeah, the sort of things that you'd expect the village shop to buy, or like a local farm shop sort of thing. So from here, it is really tricky to figure out which is the best way to go. I think we've pretty much come to the end of the road there. We need to go up here. So yeah, to Crossfields Dairy. Yeah, it's a very interesting map. So many different areas. So many different fields. I think we're in the more open area here. You can really get the speed up. Okay, so yeah, here we are. Oh, what a lovely place. Wow, it's a very grand house. Or what is this? Is that a house? It's very grand. Crossfields Dairy. Here we are. Yeah, this is nice. Although I've said that to everything, haven't I? Oh, we even have these little shelters. Little garages. That's the sort of place I'd tuck a trailer away or something. Keeps me out of the way. So it would make sense if I purchase this so we can see the triggers. We've got the cows. We've got the sheep. So the sheep are way up the track. And the cows are here. Yes, that's the cow shed. We've got the different fields. And all of the woodlands. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So if we were to continue from this farm up that track, we are going to come across the sheep farm. I don't know if it's just a sheep field or if there is actually a shed. We'll have to go and find out. Over the cattle grid. Yep, there's lots of buildings, as you can see. Seems like quite a big farm. Here we are. So the sheep are... I think I might actually buy some. If I just put myself there. Just to make it look a bit more realistic. I've said it again. But no, it really does bring things to life if you have animals in the fields. There we go. They've got so much space to roam. Feed trough. The water trough is over there. Storage shed. And I'm guessing there is going to be a master switch again for the electrics. Somewhere. There we go. So yeah, let's put the lights on in that shed and this shed here. And there is a light on the side. Brilliant. Really nice. So you might think we're at the end, but no, we're not at the end because we have this area, these fields, which go up from the sheep farm. But how? How do we get... Ah, there is a gate over there. Fantastic. Yes, I think what I'm going to do to finish this tour is I'm going to fly up into the air. It sounds kind of weird, but I mean, do an aerial view. I'm just going to randomly fly up into the air. So yeah, we've got fields here and here. Still got the nice river. There we go, into an arable field. So yeah, you've got the livestock and the arable. There is a really nice mixture of the two. There we go. So what have I missed? Have I missed anything? If I have, then that's not good. Don't want to miss anything. Did I go there? Don't think I did. Oh, I did, yeah. That's the one on its own. So yeah, let's just head up into the sky. See this place from above. Don't want to go too high, because if you go too high, it can start to make various objects 2D instead of 3D. But as you can see, very nice indeed. I've gone and put a trigger on again. Mr. Splits Firewood. Yeah, it looks lovely. It is, it's a really decent map. Brilliant. So, we are going to conclude this video here. Let's just get back to the pickup truck. There we go. And I think actually, no, I will go back to where we started. Let's just teleport back. Fly up into the air here. Very nice place. Yeah, so thank you so much again to GBModding for sharing this map, for allowing me to do this first look. It means a great deal to me. And yeah, it just seems so nice. Really well done, as usual, very realistic. And I haven't seen any glitches either, because sometimes when you get sent a work in progress map, you see floating trees or whatever, but I've seen nothing. It just seems so good. So yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.